So obviously with any other GTA release or any AAA title for that matter, with a lot of praise and hype, there's also going to be a lot of hate and controversy. And you bet your ass this time with GTA 4, it is no different. There is a couple of tweets and a certain clip from a certain podcast that I want to just go over and just point out and laugh and just talk about how dumb they are. So it all started from this tweet from an account called Kettlebell Life, where he lists all of the GTA games that he's never played, basically all of them, and then gets a response from the big cheese of X himself, Elon Musk, who came out and said, tried but didn't like doing crime. GTA 5 required shooting police officers in the opening scene, just couldn't do it. Poor old Elon must have paid for this game with all the hope of a calm experience, but instead was met with the horrible reality of a game called Grand Theft Auto. Doing crime, shooting police officers? How could this be? He probably thought he was going to go around picking daisies and selling crypto. Honestly, it's an absolute brain-dead opinion from Elon. But what if I said that that wasn't the worst one? Well, enters Ian. Ian comes in here looking to rim Elon's arse as much as possible, like usual for this guy, and he says, I'm glad shooting cops in Cyberpunk 2077 isn't completely optional. Never finished GTA 5 either. Is that right, Ian? Well, I think the 255 articles for GTA 5 that you've written for GameRanks would say otherwise. And you mentioned Cyberpunk 2077. Well, clearly you didn't play this game for very long, because did you forget about the part where you nuke an entire building in the game and kill probably thousands of innocent civilians? Well, clearly not. So it's a bit of a moot point. Could you imagine sitting these two down and making them play No Russian from Modern Warfare 2? I think they would honestly just keel over on the spot. Just awful takes from people who are just either lying or over-exaggerating their opinions to get some sort of attention from it. I don't know. Something else I love is how after the official Rockstar account tweeted the trailer at X, because apparently they blocked the trailer first being released or something like that, Elon even reposted it. Like, do you like this game or not, bro? Honestly. Anyway, despite a few Twitter idiots spewing their thoughts on the game, there were two people who really stood out to me, and that was two living, breathing GTA characters themselves. I would even go as far to say alleged criminals. The Tate brothers. So recently on their podcast, the Tate brothers got into a bit of a conversation about Grand Theft Auto 6, and they both began to spew their shit and talk about it. Andrew says that he's never really played a GTA game, which I think I have to call complete bullshit, if I'm honest. If there's someone that has definitely played GTA before, it's definitely this guy. Like I said, a living, breathing GTA character. But really, it's his not-so-famous little brother's take that really bugs me.
New GTA 6 is out. Have you ever played any GTA? This is a genuine question. I've never played any of them.
I believe that I played the first one. That's like a top-down, bird's-eye view kind of 2D game without any real graphic violence back when I was maybe 10 or 11 or 12, whenever it came out. I do recall that. But you know what? I want to speak about GTA 6 while you're on the topic, because now we're actually talking about something that's relatively important. Video games aren't necessarily evil. But, you know, I remember when video games, because I'm very old, I'm an old man. I remember you used to play a little man in a red hat trying to rescue a princess and teaming up with your brother. Now, if rescuing purity from evil while teaming up for your brother isn't a good theme of a video game, then I don't really know what is. I'm not a fan of anyone under the age of 18, 21 maybe, playing video games where the goal is to shoot police officers. I just don't think that's good for society. With all the amazing graphics and engines and whatever people put into these video games, I feel like you could create a better objective with the game, you know? Maybe you are the police officer. Maybe you are trying to stop
Sorry, carry on.
criminals.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, sorry, carry on. I just had a cough.
So, as you can see, Tristan isn't very fond of Grand Theft Auto, as back in his day, all gaming was games like Mario, where you rescue purity from evil. You're trying to tell me that you have never jumped on GTA and haven't ploughed through a crowd at like 100 miles an hour? Again, I am calling bullshit. Anyway, all jokes aside, the one quote that has really come from all this and really just grind my gears is the entire goal of the game is to kill police officers. Clearly their lack of knowledge about these games is starting to show here, as you would have to have played the games to actually know that the goal isn't just to kill police officers. Yes, you can do it if you really want to, and yes, some missions involve killing police officers, but guess what? That's what people who commit Grand Theft Auto might get up to. But the whole point of the games isn't about that. It's the story that surrounds it. GTA 4, Nico Bellic has fled his country to avoid a debt from someone and tries to begin a new life in a big city, but unfortunately that involves getting into criminal activity. GTA 5 is heavily focused on Franklin's story of him getting out of the thug life, gang life, and elevating himself to more higher heists and shit like that. I'm not denying that most GTA games solely focus on a criminal and the bad things that they do along the way. But why fucking call it Grand Theft Auto if that's not the point? Honestly, it really pisses me off, if you couldn't tell, when people just use that excuse or the why not make a game where you're the police officer? Well, it's called LA Noire, you cunt. And you'll never guess what else also. It's a fucking Rockstar game. I'm sick to death of seeing these brain-rotted people talking about shit that they just don't have a clue about. Especially two people who are living, breathing GTA characters. Anyway, I just wanted to go over these and let my opinions be known. If you enjoyed the video, then leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. And I'll see you again in the next one.